You are about to learn the secrets that turn ordinary river rocks into fortunes. Most people pick up these stones and throw them back, thinking they are just dirty glass. But the next time you walk a river bend, you will know how to spot the hidden crystal habits and geological clues that reveal North America's richest sapphire and diamond deposits, so you never walk past a fortune again. Professional gem hunters know something you do not. The world's most valuable stones rarely look like treasure. They are disguised as dull, battered pebbles, nature's camouflage for the impatient. Some of these rocks are rarer than gold, and the only thing separating a doorstop from a payday is the knowledge I am about to give you. By the end of this video, you will never look at a creek bed the same way again. Let us start with the first stone most people throw away, the battered blue-gray pebble half buried in river gravel. It looks like industrial waste, maybe a chunk of old ceramic or a piece of weathered glass. But inside, that is the hexagonal barrel of Corundum, sapphire in its rawest, most unassuming form. Here's the science. Corundum forms in the trigonal crystal system, stacking aluminum and oxygen atoms into a dense hexagonal lattice. That is why, even after centuries of tumbling in a river, these stones often keep their six-sided barrel shape with flat ends, sharp edges, and a weight that surprises you in the palm. Quartz, the river's most common imposter, is also trigonal but forms a looser, lighter structure. Quartz pebbles round off quickly, losing their edges, and feel almost hollow compared to the heft of Corundum. The protocol? Look for a stone that is heavier than it should be, with a faint hexagonal outline, sometimes frosted, sometimes pitted, but never glassy. If you find one, you are holding a sapphire worth $25 to $2,000 per carat in the rough, and up to $12,000 per carat when cut, depending on color and clarity. This is what nature hides from the impatient. But if you think that is rare, wait until you see what hides in the next bend. Now, picture a pebble that looks like a lump of greasy, cloudy quartz. Nothing special, maybe even ugly. But this is the river's ultimate trick: a raw diamond shaped by the cubic crystal system. Diamonds form deep in the earth, rising to the surface through ancient kimberlite pipes, then breaking free to ride the river's current. Their atomic structure is a perfect cube, each carbon atom bonded to 4 others, creating a stone so hard it shrugs off centuries of abrasion. In the wild, diamonds often show octahedral or dodecahedral shapes, but river-worn stones can look rounded, pitted, or even etched. The giveaway is a greasy luster, a density that makes it sink like lead, and a shape that is never quite as smooth as quartz. Diamonds in North America turn up in places like Arkansas's Crater of Diamonds, the Colorado-Wyoming border, and the glacial gravels of the Great Lakes. The value is clear. Even a small, rough diamond can fetch $1,375 to $10,000 per carat, with cut stones soaring to $25,000 or more. The river's most valuable secret is the one you almost mistake for trash. And just when you think you have seen it all, the river throws another curve. Because the next stone is the one that fools even seasoned prospectors: the colorless, glassy pebble that feels just a bit too light. This is quartz, the river's great deceiver. It shares the trigonal system with Corundum, but forms a loose, open lattice of silicon and oxygen. That is why quartz pebbles are everywhere, rounded, smooth, and almost weightless compared to sapphire or diamond. The science is simple: specific gravity. Quartz has a specific gravity of 2.65, while sapphire is nearly twice as dense, and diamond sits at 3.5. In river bends, where the current slows, heavy stones drop out first, and sapphires and diamonds settle into natural sluices, while quartz keeps drifting downstream. The protocol? Always test the weight. If it feels too light, it's quartz. If it feels like it should not be that heavy for its size, you might be holding a fortune. And if you want more secret locations and field tips, subscribe now, because the next rock could change your life. But the river does not just sort by weight, it sorts by shape and chemistry. Behind every boulder, in every inside bend, you will find a microcosm of the Earth's history. Here's where the science gets thrilling. As water rushes around a curve, it slows on the inside and creates a natural sluice. Heavy minerals, sapphires, diamonds, even gold settle into these traps, while lighter sand and gravel wash away. That is why the richest deposits are always in the bends, behind obstructions, or in bedrock crevices. The protocol is simple. Focus your search on these natural sluices. Use a shovel and sieve to work the gravel, or a sluice box if you are serious. The value is clear. A single day's haul from the right spot can yield stones worth thousands. The river rewards those who understand its language, but the rarest clues are the ones you cannot see until you know what to look for. Because sometimes the river leaves you a trail of breadcrumbs. Indicator minerals whisper of hidden diamonds. Pyrope garnet, chromium diopside, and ilmenite are the pathfinders, the heavy, colorful grains that point to ancient kimberlite pipes upstream. In North America, these indicators have led prospectors to diamond finds in the Great Lakes, Colorado and Wyoming, and even as far south as Arkansas. The protocol is simple. Learn to spot the deep red of pyrope, the emerald green of diopside, and the metallic sheen of ilmenite in your pan. Where you find these, diamonds are never far behind. The value is twofold. Sometimes the indicator minerals themselves are collectible, but their real worth is in the fortunes they reveal. Nature leaves clues for those who know how to read them, and the greatest treasure is always just out of sight until you look with new eyes. Now, let's talk extraction, because finding a gemstone is only half the battle. The river guards its treasures well, and careless hands can turn a fortune into fragments. For beginners, start simple. Use a shovel, a pan, and a sieve to work the inside bends and gravel bars. Move slowly, feeling for the weight of heavy stones as you sift. For the serious prospector, a sluice box lets you process more material, using the river's own current to sort by specific gravity. When you spot a likely stone, use a chisel and a brush to free it gently. Never pry or hammer directly on the crystal. Store your finds in padded containers, and always refill your holes to keep the river healthy. The protocol is simple. Respect the land, and it will reward you. The value is striking. A single undamaged sapphire or diamond can be worth 10 times more than a chipped or scratched stone. The river gives, but only to those who take with care. The final test is the one you do at home. So how do you know if you have struck it rich? Here's the verification protocol every pro uses. First, the scratch test. Quartz is Mohs 7, Sapphire 9, Diamond 10. Try to scratch your find with a piece of quartz or a steel knife, and if it resists, you are in rare company. Next, the specific gravity test. Weigh your stone in air, then weigh it in water. Use the formula. Weight in air divided by the difference between the air weight and the water weight. Sapphires will read close to 4, diamonds around 3.5, quartz at 2.65. For diamonds, a portable diamond tester checks thermal conductivity. Only diamond will pass. For the final check, use a jeweler's loupe to look for crystal habits. Hexagonal barrels for sapphire, octahedral or dodecahedral shapes for diamond, rounded prisms for quartz. If you see gas bubbles, it is glass. But if you see the right structure, you are holding a piece of the Earth's hidden fortune. Remember the battered pebble from the start? In 2019, a man in Arkansas's Crater of Diamonds State Park found a yellow diamond weighing over 3 carats, worth tens of thousands, while tourists all around him tossed similar stones back into the dirt. He knew what to look for: the greasy luster, the weight, the shape. That's the difference between a doorstop and a fortune. You now possess the knowledge of a pro. The next time you walk a river bend, remember, nature hides its wealth in plain sight, and that is the reason to look twice.